Hi guys, Miss Hamilton here again. So today we're going to talk a little bit more about reading and what that will look like in homeroom, and specifically some of the expectations for completing books and how you're going to keep track of those books. So yesterday we talked about reasons to read and how we're going to visit the library and all of that. So today, let's look at the expectations. So you should aim to finish at the very least 2 books per quarter. Now, 2 books per quarter is not very many books at all. So hopefully we'll have many of you reading more books than that. But at the very least, you're going to finish 2 books, okay? When you finish any book, you're going to record it on the book log, which will be taped into the inside back cover of your ELA notebook. So in a moment, you'll get out your ELA notebook, you'll open it all the way to the back. And if you have a composition notebook, you'll probably see something like this on the back cover. We don't need to see that anymore, so we can just cover it. And you will tape, with a good amount of tape so it doesn't come out, your book log. So let's take a look and see what the book log actually looks like. So the piece of paper that you'll get looks like this, and there are a couple of different columns that you need to pay attention to. So the first column is the date, okay? So the date that you either finish a book or you do what we call abandoning a book. And so you'll see that in the next column. To finish a book means that you've read it all the way through. If I asked you about the book, you should be able to give me a summary. You should be able to tell me a little bit about what happened in the book. You finished it, you read it. If you abandon it, this happens sometimes when we pick up a book and we start reading it and we realize, you know what, this book really isn't for me. It got boring. It got too hard. I'm just not interested in it anymore. And it's totally okay from time to time to abandon books. If we're constantly abandoning books, though, then we might want to look at why that is. So you will write in this column whether you finished the book or you abandoned it. So you can see my example right here. This is a book that I actually just finished. It was recommended to me by Miss Wilson. And so the book is called The Wednesday Letters, and it's by Jason F. Wright. You can see I put the title and the author right here. And then the final column is how many stars would you give this book out of 5? So if it was a 5 out of 5 star book, that means it's probably one of the best books that you've ever read. Okay. If you give it 4 out of 5 or 3 out of 5, it was probably pretty good, but maybe not one of your all-time top favorite books ever. I bet Miss Wilson would give The Wednesday Letters 5 out of 5. You'll have to ask her if you're in her homeroom. If it's a 2 out of 5, probably not a great book for you. And if it was a 1, or if you want to give it a 0 out of 5, you probably abandoned the book. Maybe you didn't like it, or if you did finish it, it was really a struggle for you to finish. And so we don't want to be reading books like that very often. We'll have to find you maybe some different kinds of books, and look at why that book didn't work out for you. So this log has spaces for more than enough books. I think there's 15 of them. So if you are a super avid reader and you read all the time, then maybe you'll fill all of this out. So we are not going to really start reading until next week. But if you are reading a book right now, anything that you finish starting today basically can be added to this log. So this is going to stay in your notebook the entire year. And we want to keep track until the end of the school year, what you're reading, what you're finishing, what you start reading, but you end up abandoning. Really good information to keep track of. So with that being said, your teacher is going to pass out to you this book log. We'll tape it in, and then I'll have more information for you guys tomorrow about starting to think about the kinds of books that you want to read. So we will talk about that tomorrow. Have a great day.